All right, 6.5, Thomas Jefferson drafts a declaration. When you write a draft, it's not the final copy, right? You're just writing a draft and you're getting information from other people on how to change that. A few weeks after the British left Boston, the Continental Congress appointed a committee to write a declaration or a formal statement of independence. The task of drafting the declaration went to the committee's youngest member, 33-year-old Thomas Jefferson of Virginia. A shy man, Jefferson said little in Congress, but he spoke brilliantly with his pen. Jefferson's job was to explain to the world why the colonies were choosing to separate from Britain. When, in the course of human events, he began, if one people finds it necessary to break its ties with another, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they explain their actions. So course means like when in the course of human events. That just means like when, as things are happening between human beings and they are deciding to break with another, it's decent to explain their actions. It's kind of like if you were going to break up with somebody, you were dating somebody and you were going to break up with somebody and then you texted them and said, I'm done. And then you're like, why? What, what's going on? So it's not nice to do that. You have to explain yourself, even when countries are breaking up. Okay. So natural rights. This is this heading right here, natural rights. Jefferson's explanation was simple, but revolutionary. It means it's really going to change things. Loyalists had argued that colonists had a duty to obey the king, whose authority came from God. Jefferson reasoned quite differently. All people are born equal in God's sight, he began, and all are entitled to the same basic rights. In Jefferson's eloquent words, eloquent means beautiful, and succinct, it means he puts them in the right order. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Governments are formed, Jefferson said, to secure these rights. Their power to rule comes from the consent of the governed. That means that the people who are being governed, so you have like people who are in charge, the government, and then all the other people who are not in the government, those people tell the government how they want to have things go, how they want things to, what kind of laws and rules through voting, right? If a government fails to protect people's rights, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it. The people can then create a new government that will protect their safety and happiness. All right, so the final here, the king's crimes. This heading, the king's crimes. King George, Jefferson continued, had shown no concern for the rights of colonists. Instead, the king's policies had been aimed at establishing an absolute tyranny over these states or the colonies. As proof, Jefferson included a long list of the king's abuses. In all these actions, Jefferson claimed George III had shown that he was unfit to be the ruler of a free people. The time had come, Jefferson concluded, for the colonies' ties to Britain to be broken. These united colonies are, he declared, and of right ought to be free and independent states. So Thomas Jefferson was important in writing the first draft of the Declaration of Independence. In other words, the Declaration declares to Britain America's intent to break from Britain. All right, that was 6.5.